Hi there, hope you're all doing well. I am back with another Cursed City mini. This week I painted Cleona. Like with all my Cursed City minis, she was primed in black and given a white zenithal highlight. As the red is the main bulk of this mini, I'm going to get all of those robes finished first before moving on to any other parts. To get started I used Fresh Blood by Reaper Paints just to get that base colour on there. If you have any questions or video ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments below, or you can join the Discord using the link in the description. There you can vote in polls for video ideas or even just share your own work. If you want to just chat and hang out while I play games or paint minis, you can check out my Twitch stream where I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays at around 8 PM UK time. The next part of the robes is dark tone wash over the entire thing. This will give us those dark shadows, but it will also stain all of the robes down to a bit of a darker tone. Once the wash is dry, I came back with Fresh Blood to bring out some of the red areas on that raised parts. Just back up to that base colour, leaving the dark tone in the recesses. To add the next highlight, I used Model Color Vermilion. This is for more of the areas that the light would actually be hitting, and I tried to give it a bit of a sort of gradual blend between all three reds, so it looks a bit more like a normal, natural flowing robe. To finish up the robes, I grabbed Lava Orange just to get the tips of those raised areas where the folds are. With the red robes finished, I started on some of the leather parts using matte black for the base layer of the darker leather parts. For this weird headpiece, I used scarlet red. With the other leather parts that aren't black, I grabbed a charred brown just to base them in as well. Now for her sleeves, I used royal purple. It's a bit of an odd colour in the artwork, so royal purple is probably the closest I had, so I went with that. But if you have something a bit similar, I'd probably choose that, but they could be any colour as well, to be honest. This part I actually changed my mind after finishing it. I used Scruffulous Brown to do the front of the mantle, but as you can probably tell by just seeing this, it's way too dark and too yellowy. So I just left it, well, I finished it off, left it, and then painted back over it afterwards. To do the mantle again, I grabbed Elfic Flesh. This is the much lighter colour and blends in a lot nicer with that red and white look that she's got. I then start on the highlights of the darker leather parts with dark sea green. Although it sounds like a green, this colour is very much just a dark grey, but to be fair, Vallejo are pretty good with colours, whereas GW, not so much. They're a bit weird. The next highlight I do is magenta on all of the purple sleeves, just around those edges to help show off the odd bit of detail. Now I get started on the metallics, starting off with plate mail metal for all of these silver parts, which are the stakes, staff and the maul on her waist. Next up I do all the gold parts with Glorious Gold by Vallejo. Finally, I get around to adding the skin with elf skin tone. To highlight the lighter leather parts, I use leather brown to give those parts an edge highlight, just to show off the folds of the leather and highlight the detail a little bit more. Now I get started on the white parts. I start off with a base layer of ice blue. This is to make it easier just to paint white in general, but also I can leave this in the recesses to give it a cool white sort of look. While I wait for the blue to dry, I use soft tone to do a wash over the skin and the mantle. Before washing the gold parts, I realised I missed the gem at the end of her staff, so I just quickly grabbed magic blue to fill that in. Now the gem is dry, I use strong tone to do all of the metallic areas and the leather parts. The final part of this mini is white, for which I use just pure white paint. This is for all of the robes that I based in blue. I do leave the blue in the shadow areas though, to give it that blend, and it looks a lot more like shadow than if you just done all white. And that will be it for Cleona. I've based her the same way I've done the ogre. It's just sterling mud, a couple of grey washes and a brown tone. This is the first time I'm trying to do red robes like this, and it came out pretty well. So I think I might try and perfect this a bit more when I start doing the skeletons. As always, there will be photos of this mini on my Instagram page. If you have any questions or video ideas, you can drop them in the comments below or join the Discord using the link in the description. If you just want to chat and hang out while I play games or paint minis, you can join my Twitch where I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays at around 8 PM UK time. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and if you want to get notified when I upload the next Cursed City video, click that subscribe button. Most importantly of all though, don't forget to be kind to each other.